In this video, I'm going to go over where my account is in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And the truth is, I've been treading water. I've not really done anything with my account. I've sold off 1 or 2 shares, but nothing else. I'm not really bought into anything because I've just not, it's not felt right. Despite the fact the stock market is going right up and hitting some all-time highs, I just haven't had that confidence or the enthusiasm to get into the market. And what I'll do is I'll have a look on my account on my computer, go through where I am and try to explain sort of why I've not really done a lot and why nothing's moved in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Let's have a look now. So here is my Trading 212 account, and I'm currently owning GSK, Primary Health Properties, Associated British Foods and Taylor Wimpey. I've only got 4 shares, and the status of them today, GSK went down by 1%, Taylor Wimpey went down by 1%, Associated British Foods went up by 1.5% and PHP went up by 4%, which is a real surprise because PHP have been sitting down -3, -4 pounds. Now it's only -2. Taylor Wimpey, which is the one that I've really had a lot of hope with, especially since recently the Prime Minister has met the King and gone out looking at housing estates and really is pushing that housing building agenda, but nothing seems to be happening. So despite all the talk, all the bluster about house building, they're still not doing anything, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully that changes and hopefully they do actually start building houses and Taylor Wimpey benefit from the house building. I have a feeling I've not looked, but I'm assuming that all the other house builders are in the same boat and they're all subdued. Now, one thing I did do, let's have a look at my history of my account. One thing I did do was sell Legal & General. So after holding Legal & General for quite a long time, I finally sold them. And I can have a quick look at Legal & General shares, and I'll show you what happened. So they were sort of up and down, up and down, up and down. Then in early February, about a week ago, they just went through the roof. There was some really positive news about Legal & General. So I actually managed to sell at the top of this curve. As soon as I saw them go up, I sold. And then since then, they dropped back down as often shares do. And they've been sort of pretty much on a similar level to where I owned them a while ago. And I can have a look at the history on Legal & General, and you can see that I bought them back in July 24. So quite a few months ago. I did get an 84p dividend, which was quite nice, and I sold them at 36.02. So I've made about £3.33 profit plus my dividend. So I'm really, really pleased with Legal & General. However, one thing I have missed out on is GSK, because if I look at the 1 month on GSK, they went right up here. I failed to sell because I expected them to go a bit higher. And then since then, they've dropped and dropped and dropped. They had a good bit of news, and unfortunately, I failed to sell on this. So now when I look at my GSK account, I'm plus £1.42, but they were up by £4. So I could easily have sold those. But like all these other companies, in the next 2 or 3 months, these are all going to dividends. So I expect to get some money back on dividends if I keep hold of them. Now that's pretty much where I am. My current value of my account is £330.76. I've actually got £169 sat in my account where I'm waiting to invest in. So I've actually got more money in cash sat on the side than I have in my account, and that's because I've got this sort of deep feeling that we're a train crash just going towards the buffers as a stock market, as a financial, as the UK, we're heading towards that train crash because obviously we've got April coming up in, let's say, was that 6 or 8 weeks? The April deadline's coming up. Well, all these companies are going to be hit by this national insurance. And it just feels like that stock market has got to go down. So I'm a little bit put off by buying shares because my expectation is that the stock market's going to have a correction in a few months' time. I might be completely wrong. It might have already corrected. but that's my worry. The other thing that it potentially could be bad news or possibly good news for the stock market is that the rumours are that the government are going to remove cash ISAs. So I use cash ISAs a lot. I also got lots of my money sat in cash ISAs. So if the government stopped them in April, let's say, then people won't be able to park their money in an ISA. But what it might mean, if the government are clever, they'll increase the amount of money you can put into a stocks and shares ISA. And if they do that, then a lot of that money that might have gone into cash ISAs will go into the stock market and hopefully boost the stock market. If that happens, that's good for all of us. But sort of, yeah, but that we'll wait to see if that actually happens. But yeah, this is where my account is currently. And like I said, I've just been treading water really. I've not really been doing much. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, why not give it a like? That would be amazing. And if you're enjoying this finance content I'm creating, why not follow along with the channel? It's completely free, and you just have to click the button. That'd be fantastic. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.